Are you an avocado lover that wants to grow your own avocados, but when you go to the big box store, you buy a tree, you stick it in the ground, and within a year, the darn thing just dies? Well, I have a few tips and tricks that may help you grow your own avocados at home without the darn thing dying, even if your soil's not really the best. Hi, I'm Jeff, the Tropical Garden Guy. We're going to take a look at some of the tips and tricks that I have to growing avocados, especially in marginal climates. But first, if you like this channel, click the like and subscribe button. Don't forget to hit that notification bell. Comments and questions, leave them in the comments section below. I do my best to get back to everybody's comments and their questions. So let's take a look at my avocado tree real quick, and then we will discuss how you can keep your avocado tree, may be able to keep your avocado tree from rotting in the ground the first year that you plant it. So here we are with my multi-grafted avocado tree. This guy, it was a Mexicola Grande rootstock, and I have about 5 or 6 different varieties. This is a Mexicola Grande that I grafted onto it, and look at these flowers on the thing. It's just about, they're just starting to open. We need a couple more days for them to, a couple more days of warm weather before they will produce fruit, or produce flowers, excuse me. But yeah, I have 4 or 5 different varieties, and they're various different stages. Look at, there's my big black. It's a little bit behind Mexicola Grande, and I've got Lamb Hass right here, I believe. I believe that's Lamb Hass, but I've lost some of the name tags. But yeah, almost every one of my avocado trees that I started 4 or 5 years, about 30 years ago, I'd put them in the ground and the darn things would get root rot. But you know, when you buy an avocado tree from the big box store, the nurseries that they get them from plant them in composted material and not really soil. And when you put it in the ground, you may try to mimic that by adding amendments and stuff like that, biological amendments like bark and stuff like that. And then root rot sets in and the darn thing dies. Or you may even think that it's the winter cold that's killing it, but it may just be the cold that's finishing it off. So what you may want to do is plant your own seed. I've done that before. I've planted a Hass seed from a store-bought fruit, planted it in the ground, and grafted it the following year when it was taken off. We're going to go into my backyard and I'll show you what I mean. Okay, here we are in my backyard, and we've had such a mild winter this year. I've seen no temps below 32 degrees. As a matter of fact, my lowest temperature was 33 point, I don't know, something like 33.7. Makes it wonderful when you're growing tropical fruit trees in marginal climates. And take a look at this. My coffee tree is just looking good. And even take a look over there in a raised bed. There's my papaya tree. But here we are. I planted this tree as a seedling Hass from store-bought fruit. Not ideal. Most people probably want something a little more hardy, but it will work if you graft onto that seedling a little bit lower. And I'll do other videos on how to graft, but today I just want to talk about the importance of protecting your trees from root rot and how to do that, because avocado trees are terrible when it comes to root rot, especially in our areas. But as I was mentioning, this is a bacon avocado, and it was grafted on a seed, Hass seed that I planted in the ground a couple years ago. And I've been doing some cutting on it. It had some root rot, but a little bit of root rot because this is a low spot in my yard. This is where the water settles. But ideally, you want to plant your avocado tree up off the ground, 12 to 18 inches, as much as 2 feet if you can, because that helps with the drainage, and good draining soil doesn't get root rot nearly as bad. But as you can see, and that's one of the reasons why this papaya tree is doing so well. Normally, papaya trees in our area gets root rot. A lot of folks think that it's the frost that gets it, but no, it's the root rot that gets it the worst, especially in our climate where the soil is so cold in the winter time and water just settles on, doesn't drain away really good. You want to plant whenever you get root rot, you want to try to keep it off the soil ground level, planted on a raised bed. And that is especially true with avocados in our area. I've been most successful with planting my avocado trees on raised bed, even ones that I graft myself. But this one, get back to what I was talking about. This one here, I planted a seed. It did so darn good, even though, you know, like I said, it's a bad drainage area. The seed will send down a root, and it will look for the best place to grow. If it's too wet and muggy and the soil's all clayish and stuff, it still look for areas where it can grow, and it'll produce roots even in a somewhat hard clay soil. It'll eventually find its way to grow. That's just the nature of seeds. They do that. But so say you have a seed and you want to plant it in the ground. They grow fast. For me, it takes about a year from the time I plant it into the ground. And then I find some budwood from a tree that I like the fruit that's growing on it. Doesn't have to be fruiting at the time. Just has to have the type of fruit that you like. And you graft it onto it. I did this just now. Well, I should say I did this about 6 months ago. I planted a seed. This is a small seedling of Mexicola Grande. You can see it. There's a little bit green here. It's doing really good. It made it through the winter, no problem. It's growing good. This area is terrible. It has Phytophthora in the ground right there. But as you can see, the seedling's doing great. It's looking for its best location. It's sending down its roots. It's doing so good. I'll be grafting this in an upcoming video. Keep an eye out for that video. But yeah, you really, really want to do something like this. Take a look here. Pineapples are one of those that we get root rot on really bad. This is I planted my long on a raised bed. Doing so good. Most people think, man, you cannot grow long-ons in San Joaquin Valley. They do great. This is a testament to how well we did this winter. We were so warm. My banana trees are looking great, and they've been opened up to the outside air. I know you guys are saying, well, you know, you got it planted up against the wall. Well, take a look at this. This is 12 feet away from the wall. Banana tree. I don't protect any of my trees, and it's doing just great. And as you can see back there, there's my two-year-old cherimoya, looking wonderful. So yeah, ideally, the tips that I have are ideally you want to plant your avocados on a raised bed. Use your soil from the surrounding soil to backfill your avocado. Don't add. I don't care what anybody says. This is my personal belief. Don't need to add any compost to that soil, even if the soil isn't the greatest. You want to put your compost on top, a mulch on top, let the worms do the work for you. It will eventually, the drainage will improve by itself. Plant a seed if you really don't want to buy a avocado tree from the big box stores. Those are not the healthiest trees anyway. They grow faster if you plant a seed and graft your own. I'll be doing video updates, including some grafting demonstrations. You guys have a wonderful day. Oh, yeah, help the channel grow. Click the like and subscribe button. If you're interested in my other channel, Modesto Jeff is that other channel. Click that and like and subscribe. You have a wonderful day.